Murphy. I thought I'm just tapping in today. Hope y'all having a good day. It's feeling good out here today. Pretty good weather. I know it's gonna get cold as hell later on tonight, but I'm enjoying it while I can. Make a couple runs before I actually go hit the gym and jump back into the lab. Start applying some of this what do they call it? Discharge my monthly bills. I'm gonna start working on that stuff tonight and start giving y'all updates on how that comes out when it comes to endorsing your monthly statements, your bills of exchange, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated on how that comes around, because I took a class yesterday. It was a pretty good class. What's that, Mensa? I don't know why I keep struggling on how to say this man's name. Mansa Mahatha. I think that's how I said it. I think I said it properly. But Mansa Mahatha, he teaches on it a lot, and he's actually showing a lot of great material that you can actually go and study how to actually discharge your monthly bills properly according to the Bills of Exchange Act. Doing it the way they tell you to do it, instead of just making stuff up. He actually was showing that, and it was easy for me to grasp because I've been studying a lot of stuff about the straw man, the Cesar KV Act of 1666, rebutting the presumption of death. All that was in the teaching that he was teaching yesterday. And I'm like, by me already being versed in that, understanding that clearly, it was easy for me to grasp the rest of what he was showing us. Like, because I'd already had been studying the Federal Reserve Act, Part 16, well, Section 16, Part 1 and 2, and then you got Section 29. All these different things are different things that he was showing us, stuff I'd already been studying, but it was good that he was actually breaking it all down the way he was, just kind of putting all the pieces together. I was already doing the studying, but it's always good to study the stuff that you're learning from people. I kind of made me think about it when I was saying think about this. A lot of people, when you're trying a whole lot of different processes, and anytime you find yourself using multiple processes for the same court case, you got to ask yourself, do you even understand these processes? And I think when people do that, they're doing it because they don't really understand none of the processes that they're doing. They don't understand it, and they don't believe in it enough to really stand on it. So they just throw it in there in the mix, with a bunch of other stuff. They don't believe in it. And that could be anything. It could be any process, regardless of where you learned it, even if it's whether it's a solid process or something that's whatever, any kind of process. If you mixing it in with a whole lot of other stuff, you just don't really understand the process. You just trying something hoping that it works. That's why I always encourage people to study what it is that you're trying to, whatever bandwagon you choose to jump on. If you're jumping on bandwagons, jumping on whatever is trending across the internet. Understand why you're doing it. Like, why am I putting this in my court case? Why am I filing this? Because you just filing it in there, and then you wonder why it don't work. You're like, hey, why would it work? If you can't even explain why would it work, it probably shouldn't work. Like I said, if I'm using a power of attorney, the reason why I would be using a power of attorney is because, for one, it gives me control of my person. The courts have to have subject matter and personal jurisdiction. If you're serving the judge and the social worker, whoever, you're dealing with a child support case or a prosecutor, whatever, you're serving them a power of attorney where you are standing as a living man, taking control, operating as the attorney, in fact, over your name, over your estate, over your person. Keep in mind, it's Constitution, where it says that, you have the right to be secure in your persons and your papers. And, And then you restricted. There are people, the officials are restricted from unnecessary, not unnecessary, but unauthorized, seizures and searches. I'm paraphrasing, but bottom line is your name is your person. That's a name. Your name in all caps is a person. It's your estate. You got trust. You got anything put together. Your paperwork is yours. This is your stuff. You should be secure in that. And if you're not, you got a power of attorney put in place. You're taking control of that. If they don't have personal jurisdiction, how can they administer your estate? But if you file that in your court case and you don't even mention it, you just start talking about some other shit on another damn tangent about something else. Why did you file that in your court case if you're not gonna stand on why you filed that? You filed that in there for some other reason, thinking it was supposed to just like see this paperwork and just stop, like as if it's kryptonite. You did a W4 sandwich or whatever the different processes they have going on. You filled it out the way somebody taught you to fill it out. A lot of y'all fill out IRS forms, and the IRS has instructions with every last one of their forms. But you rather go to somebody else's YouTube channel and let them tell you how to fill out an IRS form. When the IRS told you how to fill out that form, you won't read what their IRS say, but you'll go to somebody's channel and let them paint the picture as to how you're supposed to fill it out. We can't make up processes, y'all. Keep in mind, y'all, before our grandparents were born, the system was already in place. They already have court procedures. This is the way they do things. This is the way, they put motions and affidavits and, trust documents and all types of things that they do. Writs and whatever, these things existed way before our grandparents were here. This has been here, and it's going to be here when we leave. We don't get to come to this knowledge and then turn around and try to switch shit up thinking this is their system and what we do it like this and they do it like that. And like you don't get to come in there and make your own rules. And then when this shit don't work, they do what they want to do. No, you doing what you want to do. You're not gonna get results like that. You gotta be willing to understand, learn how to play the game the way the game is already put in place. It's already put in place. I'm really starting to look at this stuff that we've been studying for years, and I've canceled a whole lot of that shit, man. This status correction shit people talk about. People still arguing about nationality and. It's really about life and death. If I can say I'm a national all day long. I can say I'm a national all day long. And, people still got a power of attorney to administer your estate. I wonder why a lot of us still fighting in court. We still fight on the side of the road to Mama National. Some people starting to make up skits on the side of the road. They create these damn skits and put them online. They trying to sell y'all shit. I saw one last night. This guy couldn't see the guy real good. All you see was like a walkie-talkie sitting right here. Not here, not the little small thing that they normally do like this here and talk. Not that. It was a whole walkie-talkie sitting right here. He had a black t-shirt on, a regular black t-shirt on. You couldn't see what was written on the front of it, but it had some type of picture or something on the front of it. But you couldn't see that shit till he got in his truck. And it wasn't a real cop car. All we could see was like the lights, the hazard light in the front. It was on, it was flashing. But that's all you could see was the corner of that truck, and you can see his arm right here. That we couldn't see his face, couldn't see his whole outfit, couldn't see the whole nothing. And we know that, these cops pull you over. They got these damn, polo style shirts that they pull you over. They have them on with the little police badge on the side of it. This man had on a black t-shirt. Not saying some of them task force guys don't be wearing that, but they're not. real cops in uniform where they don't wear regular damn t-shirts and pull your ass over. But this guy was acting like he was some national getting pulled over. I wish I should have downloaded that video so y'all can see it. As a matter of fact, I think I am going to download and let y'all see it at the end of this video and attach it to this video. And you'll see what I'm talking about. A lot of these people making up shit. And he, you know, this guy was talking about he was going to arrest him if he didn't have insurance on his car. He was going to arrest him if he didn't provide insurance. Why is this man on the wrong side of the damn road? But this is what he was saying. Now the man gave him a passport card. Gave him a passport card and said, you know, somehow he don't have to have insurance, you know, and he's a national, he's a foreign national and all this old stuff. Then when the guy threatened to lock him up if he didn't pull out, you know, give him insurance or whatever. Now, you know, police don't sit in silence. They ask you questions. They like, so where you coming from? You know, you got any weapons in the car? You need to draw. They ask you questions. They engage with you. They don't sit in silence and wait on you to play around in your little folder with your documents. And eventually, man, just dropped his passport card back in the car and said, have a nice day. And walked off and went and got in his truck. I could tell it was an SUV by the way the hazard light looked. But if you look real closely at that video, you'll see the man didn't even call he didn't call the name in. He didn't do nothing. He just dropped it in he had to drop it in his lap because he didn't hand it to him. He just dropped it in and told him to have a nice day, sir, and got on. And then he was like, see, he didn't even run my name. I didn't give him no insurance. You know, he say American Nationals rock, some shit like that. You know, like as if he just had some remedy just then. I'm like, something real shaky about that encounter. Very shaky. But you ought to see how the thousands of likes that he got off that video. You ought to see the thousands of likes he got off that video. Because people are so fucking gullible. People are generally so gullible. And anything that looks like a flashing, look like a shiny quarter, people want to run to it. And they don't look at things logically. They don't pay attention to what's really being done. People do things for likes and views all the time to get people, just to get y'all to pay for these processes. They want y'all to pay for these processes. I'm gonna go back and find that damn video. I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna attach it to this video so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna close with this, man. Understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. Why am I filing this in my court case? Why am I doing this? Look at the mechanics of that document. Look at the mechanics of what you're doing. And if the only way you can explain it is the way it was explained to you, and you have no law to back up what you're talking about, you might need to trash that shit. Because somebody making up something don't make it valid just because it's got made up. Somebody just yelling that three-way call out to y'all about I was on yesterday. The one I got triggered with. The guy was talking about you got to change the social security number in order to get out of this. So they take control from, you know, from the courts. Like some kind of way you're supposed to change the social security number. Like change the social security number ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Social security number is not you. That's part of your estate. It's not part of you. No man or woman has a number attached to them. Only your estate has a number attached to it. Just like if you get an EIN number, it's your entity that your estate. It's the name of the business name, which is the all caps name. That's how you do business. You buy stuff in the name of that estate, and that's how you accumulate all this property. That's why it says your estate is worth X amount of dollars. I bought this in my estate name, my straw man. I'm gonna say straw man for the sake of conversation. Bought 3 or 4 houses in my straw man name. You know, I got 5, 6 cars. You know, all the different things you buy with your straw man. You know, you do that stuff. That's how that goes. You know, you're buying all these different things with your straw man, and that's how you accumulate all these assets. You know, you become a millionaire using that name. If you trademark the name and you become a millionaire, like say Michael Kors, you know, Calvin Klein, Carl Kanai, all these different names, you know, they become millionaires. You can look up their net worth because they did business with that name. So when that person dies, they leave millions of dollars worth of assets. The net worth is worth X amount of dollars based on how much wealth they accumulated with that name, doing business with that name. Same thing with your name. Your name is a business name. It's a part of your estate. Now, if you want to get some, create an LLC or some other type of entity that's not the same as your name that you were born with, you can do that. We have the freedom to do that as much as we want to. But you got to understand, changing a social security number ain't got nothing to do with that. And I'm like, where y'all getting these processes from? Where they get that from? When I asked that question on that call, he had no answer about it. He went to regurgitating what was said to him. I'm like, I'm gonna stop being on the damn phone so damn much. That shit be vexing the shit out of me. I'm like, maybe I do need to start doing consultations. Or charging people by the hour or some shit. But anyway, maybe I ain't telling my goddamn nipple was out. Anyway, but I'm gonna get on out of here. I ain't stay. I was looking for that video for a second. I couldn't find the damn video. But I think I said enough though. Y'all gotta really be mindful about why you putting something in a court case. If you putting a whole lot of stuff in a court case, obviously you don't understand what it is that you filed and why you filing it in there. And if you're just an overload type of guy because you think you're just gonna kill them in all areas, I don't know nobody that wins court cases like that. I've never seen anybody win a court case like that. Just thinking you're just gonna go ahead and try to show them how smart you are, because you're gonna show out of fraud on this part, fraud in the court right here, over exceeding the jurisdiction right there, improper process, defamation of character, identity theft here, all these different damn angles that you're using. I've never seen nobody win like that. Not one person. And every smart attorney that I've seen win cases, they always found a weakness in a case and they get the victory using that one thing that all they need is one thing to help them win. One thing to shut a case down, to give them the victory. I was looking at this movie, and I said I would close about 12 minutes ago, but I'm gonna close with this. I was looking at this movie called The Burial, the new movie with Jamie Foxx in it. Pretty good movie. It's actually based on a true story. And he played the role of an arrogant attorney. He had never lost a case in 12 years. And he was so damn arrogant. He had a humbling experience at one point because he was getting his ass handed to him in this case that he would never specialize in. It was a contract case. He was a personal injury attorney. But, this guy believed in him so much that, for this contract case that he had going on, it was a dispute for a contract. And he took on the case because it was kind of, he just took a liking to the guy who came to him about the case. He didn't specialize in contract cases. He specialized in personal injury cases. But he took on the case. And he had a team of people with him. Just like the opposing party had a team of people with them. They were like a bunch of attorneys collectively. And there was a lot of money involved in this suit. And he was long story short, it's a good movie. They both, kind of going back and forth with it, and it looked like they were, looking down on Jamie Foxx's side. I forgot the name of the attorney he was playing, but it was a real attorney. He's still alive to this day, and powerful attorney, very well known where he's at, and he was losing that case terribly. He was really losing that case. And he found one thing. His assistant, he had an assistant that found some evidence that helped turn the whole case around. That one piece of evidence that he was able to use, and he used that and he stood on that. He got on that one thing, that flaw that he found in the opposing party who was trying to wiggle out of this contract, verbal contract agreement that he agreed to do with the guy who, the client, Jamie's client. It was an old guy, old white guy. He wanted to, keep his property. He wanted to, do this deal to maintain his property so he could pass it down to his family. So Jamie took it, took it seriously, and he found that one flaw in that the shyster, the client of the opposing party. He was a shyster, and found one flaw about that guy. He jumped on that thing and it turned the whole damn case around. And that's how he ended up getting that man to settle out of court. And he ended up winning, winning 160 something thousand, 160, no, it was 160 million, $160 million settlement. Of course, they end up appealing it, but he still end up with like over 100 million. So over $100 million. I think it was 100 million, 105 million, something like that. But it was a lot of money, multi-millions. But he ended up winning that case, and that was one of the largest cases he had ever won. But I say that to say he found one flaw in that court case, one flaw in his opponent, and he was able to capitalize on that one flaw to get the remedy that he wanted in that court case. Out of all the shit that they had, all the different ailments and all that old bullshit they brought against Jamie's side that was making like the case was not gonna they were not gonna win. And all they did was found one thing to shut it down. I say that to say, stop trying to do a whole lot of shit at one time in one court case. You don't need but one good thing. You need one solid remedy, and you stand on that one solid remedy. You stand a better chance getting remedy with that one solid thing than to be trying to run over trying to see if you can throw all this different shit in your court case and wondering why you're not getting no remedy. You can't get remedy like that. All you need is one solid thing, okay? Keep that in mind. You got something solid, stand on it, learn it first. Understand why it works. Learn the mechanics of why this strategy works. And when you know why it works, you get your hearing going, get on the calendar. You got a hearing, you go before the judge, and you can articulate what you're doing and why you're doing it. What are your grounds for why you want this case dismissed? You stand a hell of a lot better chance of getting what you need than trying to go in there trying to throw all these different processes together. This shit don't work like that. I've seen too many people still fighting year after year, same shit, because they trying too much shit, listen to too many different people, trying all these different so-called remedies, and they're getting fleeced at the same time. So just keep that in mind while you're going on your journey, okay? I'm going to get on out of this video, y'all. See y'all in the next video. M. Rosie, signing out.